Happy Free Comic Book Day, everyone. The day where once a year we get our nerd holiday and there's some official releases that come out that are just free. Oftentimes a preview or just a full-blown comic, but once in a while you get a first appearance in there that every few years actually has a little bit of traction. I put together a list of all of the ones that you might want to know that either have $5 or more value. If we opened up this list to stuff under $5, this would be a much longer video. We're going to keep it to the meat, the good stuff. Don't forget to check out the local comic book shops today, guys. We got all kinds of stuff going on. Me personally, I got 20% off at the antique shop today only. Might want to head there. In no particular order, Free Comic Book Day, New 52, number 1. Here we have our first appearance of Simon Baz. This is a book that used to be $30, despite being released in 2012, and despite the free price tag. It is a major appearance. I don't even want to tell you guys what I paid for the 9.8 in the height of the COVID pandemic comic boom. Spoiler alert, it was disgusting. Free Comic Book Day, Avengers, X-Men, Judgment Day, number 1. We got our first appearance of Bloodline. This is the daughter of Blade. This just makes the cutoff, but it seems to be a very consistent $5 book. Not a bad investment to spend $0, and now it's worth $5. Star Wars The Clone Wars / Avatar The Last Airbender. This is not the last time you're going to see Star Wars. This is not the last time you're going to see Avatar The Last Airbender. First Ong in comics, as well as first Savage Opress. This is actually a pretty sizable double key. It's going to clock in at like $50 if you got a near mint copy. Infinity, number 1 from 2013, is going to be your first appearance of Corvus Grave. That's a pretty notable Black Order Marvel character there that you might remember. That's a $10 one right there. R.I.P.D. True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys / Mass Effect. Basically, ignore that first part. It's all about the Mass Effect. Video game fans love this thing. This should have been in my video game video, actually. $10 book, first Mass Effect. People go nuts for it. Divergence, number 1, first appearance of Grail. This is a very recent Justice League villain character, daughter of Darkseid, and it's a $5 book. Just makes the cutoff, but people really tend to like the character, especially when Fabok draws Grail. Clone Wars, again, Clone Wars Adventures, number 1 is the first General Grievous in comic books. That's definitely one you want to commit to memory. It's like a $30 book if you got a near mint. Definitely a nice return on investment. Scott Pilgrim, the Free Comic Book Day, 2006. This is the Scott Pilgrim movie adaptation. I love that movie, and so many people feel the same, so obviously they're going to want to spring for the movie adaptation. If you were at the local comic shops, you were getting it for free, but now it's got a little aftermarket value, $10. This one is absolutely loaded. Free Comic Book Day, Amazing Spider-Man, 2007. You're going to see Amazing Spider-Man Free Comic Book Days again here. First Jackpot, that's a big one. First Overdrive, and the biggest one I think is Mr. Negative. That's a major Spider-Man villain there. So that's a triple threat. It's about a $20 for the minty. Very nice. Very nice. That's a good one to have. Astounding Wolfman, number 1. This is another 2007. This is the first appearance of the Astounding Wolfman, a very prominent Robert Kirkman creation that actually has about a $40 price tag if you can find it in mint. For whatever reason, I never find it in mint. It's always a very fine at best. Strange. Umbrella Academy, number 1. This is going to be one of the more expensive ones on the list. This one does break the $50 barrier, and it gets even sometimes up to like $75. This is the first appearance of Umbrella Academy, guys. It was in a free comic book day. Now, a lot of times you're going to see it stamped. The more valuable ones are the unstamped ones. Just remember that. 2007, again, we have Unseen Peanuts, which was a collection of previously unreleased Charlie Brown comics and stuff. Kind of cool for those who like the never-before-seen stuff. It's actually like a $10 little thing there. Inspector Gadget, 2011. This is the first comic book appearance of Inspector Gadget, and it's actually like $30. Again, 14 years old, but it does well. Civil War II, issue number 1. First appearance of Wasp as Nadia Pym. Also Ulysses Kane. That's a $10 book right there. And this used to be thought to be a very different book, was her first appearance. That's been debunked. It is this free comic book day. Legend of Korra, number 1. Just some sort of notable Airbender book. I told you you'd see Last Airbender again. This is another one. Actually, it has like a $20 price tag. I don't really get it, but I don't need to get everything. People pay what they pay, and there you go. This one is the highest one on the list. One Punch Man / My Hero Academia. First One Punch Man, first Hero Academia. Major manga anime characters right there. This source to the top of the list. Sometimes it's even hitting $100 raw for a near minty to mint. So if you were there at the shops that day, you got that for free, and now you got $100. Not bad. (2017) Avatar / Briggs Land number 1. We're not talking about Avatar Last Airbender. Here we're actually talking about James Cameron's Avatar. First Avatar comic book. Boom, $5. Spider-Man Venom number 1 from 2021. First cameo of Meridius. That is a very notable recent Spidey-related character right there. First appearance did come in the free comic book day. It's $5. High Republic Edge of Balance Guardian of the Wills number 1. Oh, I hate naming Star Wars characters, but it's Master Arkoff, Lily Tora Asi, Stellan Gios, Liren Fionn, Nima. I don't know any of these characters, but it's $5. So there you go. Walking Dead Clementine number 1. You get our first Lee Everett, me being a massive Telltale fan. This is actually one that I have a few copies hoarded myself. This is a great one. I love all comics Walking Dead, and especially your first Clementine, Lee Everett stuff. Works for me. $5. Barkham Asylum. That's right. First, Jester the Joker's Dog. And for a free book that came out just like 2 years ago, it's actually like $10. Pretty crazy, but people are going to pay what they're going to pay. Energon Universe Special number 1 from 24 is Slizardo's first comic book appearance. Another character I know nothing about, but what are you going to do? It's $5, and now you know. Spider-Man Venom number 1 from 2022. First appearance of the Rascal Symbiote, another $5 one. This was making waves for a while there. This was everywhere. Amazing Spider-Man / Venom number 1 from 2020. You knew this would be on the list. The first appearance of Virus. It was supposed to be the second appearance, but I think this one came out a week before. You remember how that goes, right? The ultimate failed spec book of all time. I think people more consider Venom 26 to be the first Virus, but honestly, this book has that weird nostalgia of the COVID speculation craze. And strangely, it's not $1. It's still $5. Weird. Dawn of DC Night Terrors number 1. Very recent here. First appearance of Insomnia. Make sure that if you're getting full runs on eBay of the Night Terrors arc, that you get this free comic book day included in there because it's a $5 book. Secret Empire #1. This is one, I know that it was free, but the first appearances here are kind of a big deal. I think it should be more than $5, but it's $5. First, Teresa Parker and Trapster. So you got a double key there, kind of neat, but again, it was originally free, so it makes sense that it's not much higher. 2017's XO Manowar #1. First appearance of Jessie, daughter of Magic and Bloodshot. So Valiant put out a 2017 key for you there that was free, that actually has a $5 value. Not a lot of key significance in Valiant from the last 15, 20 years. This is actually one of them. One of them to commit to memory. Pretty cool. And again, there are more keys in some free comic book days. Those ones haven't really made waves, and a lot of them are still kind of dollar binny type of stuff. This is the stuff that you may want to commit to memory. It goes up, it goes down. A lot of this stuff is actually the lowest it's ever been, so some of those $5 could turn higher. You never know, man. They could even go lower. Anyway, those are the ones to remember. Commit them. And let's see what happens this year at your local comic book shop on Free Comic Book Day. Get out there and keep on hunting. I'll see you at the next video. Make sure to come on down to Sentiment Depot's Antiques and Collectibles, located at 238 West Delaware Ave in Pennington, New Jersey. Find so many great books for just $1 and the lowest prices on key comics around. Enjoy a huge selection of graded comics priced up to 20% lower than current fair market value. We are open from Wednesday to Sunday, closed Monday, Tuesday. You got a collection you want to sell? Bring that too. Can't wait to see you there.